We continue today in the seventh letter. We are understanding that Adam, interesting. When it comes to Adam, or when Adam is a name, but also refers to a human being, or a level of I guess, of humanness. Different names of how to refer to human beings. Enosh, Ish, Gever, many different names. And Adam is the only one that doesn't have a plural. You don't call Adamim. Adam. Why? Because Adam is the embodiment of all souls. Actually, particularly all Jewish souls. Why particularly all Jewish souls? That's a good question. Try to deal with that later. And therefore there's a singularity. The embodiment of all souls, meaning all future souls, the sparks of the souls are embodied in Adam. Now this concept is an important concept in that it gives us an idea of what it means, what a Rebbe is. A Rebbe is Rosh B'nai Yisrael, head of the Jewish people, is the embodiment of all of the souls. Just as Adam was. All the sparks. Now, not only was Adam, but so was Jacob, Yaakov Avinu. In particular. I don't think it means that Abraham wasn't necessarily. Truth is, I shouldn't say it, just say what it says. But Yaakov, Jacob, is the embodiment of all the souls of the Jewish people. His consummate beauty is like the consummate beauty of Adam. As a matter of fact, Yaakov fixed that which Adam went wrong. He fixed it, as Zohar explains. A tikkun. And again, he comprises of all of the Jewish souls, Yaakov. And that's what ultimately, a tzaddik, a holy, a rebbe, a leader of the generation, is an individual, is an embodiment of the people, and therefore can relate to them in the sense that there's a spark of them within him. And this starts off with Adam, continues with Yaakov, with Jacob, our forefather. And not only is he the embodiment of all of the souls, the sparks of all soul, but is also a vehicle for the Torah. The embodiment of Torah. A living Torah scroll. A living embodiment of what Torah is all about. You have to give me one moment, folks. Someone's at the door. Let's answer. Hello? People out to the back, okay? Over here? Okay? A play date of a girl came to play with my granddaughters. So, he's the embodiment of all of the souls, Jewish people, and the embodiment of Torah. that's vested within him. With this now we can understand, we brought in the beginning of this letter, that Yaakov called out to God, Kel Elokei Israel. God, the God of Israel. Now Israel is referring to him. His name is Israel. And Kel is the divine name of kindness. What is the reference over here? Because it's an unusual term. What is the meaning behind him calling out to God in such a manner? Is, first of all, the God of Israel, meaning the God of him, his name being Israel, is because Israel, actually, Yeshishim Ribu Oisis LaTorah, is an acronym that there's 600,000 letters of the Torah, which represent the souls of the Jewish people, and he's the embodiment of it. He embodies or contains all of the sparks of the souls of the Jewish people. So that's the God, the spark, that is contained within him. And he's calling and referring to God as Kel, which means God's kindness. Kindness means to bestow. To bestow that, the sparks of the souls of the Jewish people, that it shall illuminate in the particular souls of each and every single Jew. And should be illuminated, of course, with the light of Torah mitzvahs, the light of God, the ray of God, that each soul should be able to have that. And that's what it means, that Jacob, the infinite of the Ein Sof, that should shine openly to the souls, to those who are upright and engage in Torah mitzvahs. Upright means that the head is on top. It feeds the heart. So when we understand the greatness of God, it feeds the heart, that we have an emotional attachment to God. And from there, it brings us to do Torah mitzvahs for the sake of God. That is a ray of spark that each and every one of us have the capacity to have that part of God in our lives. And in particular, the Alter Rebbe says, when we pray to God, we have an opportunity to have our soul illuminated with a ray of light in the upright way, meaning because we're using our heads to understand, to meditate, to think about our connection to God, and that illuminates our heart. And that ray of light we can have that encompasses us. That is our portion. Right? That particular illumination that permeates our souls in the performance of Torah mitzvahs, that is a illuminate or manifest during a time of prayer. Because time of prayer is a time of manifestation of the light of God. That's our portion. So, interesting idea. A couple of very important points over here. One is that what it means, a Rebbe. Just like the head encompasses the rest of the body, right? And where the head goes, the body follows. So likewise, the head of the Jewish people encompasses all of the souls of the Jewish people. And where that head goes, where it illuminates the souls, well, the body goes. Meaning that we also get illuminated. As a result, our souls become illuminated because we're also upright in allowing our mind to feed our heart and to be able to pray and to have that experience of illumination in our soul. So we see the concept of a righteous individual encompassing all the sparks of all the Jewish souls. We see the concept that in turn helps us and affects us, that we can be illuminated with the divine. And we see that Yaakov, being the father of the 12 tribes, is the first. in this concept to illuminate. I might ask a question. Okay, where's Adam fit in with all of this? I mean, Adam was Jewish? Adam is the father of all of humanity. It's true. So how does he become the embodiment of all Jewish souls? So, no, there's different answers to this question. One is that in the beginning, before this sin of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, all of the souls were of the same type, shall we say, like a Jewish soul. But the sin, so that brought a downfall. It brought, as a result, a variety of types of souls. So where originally he was an embodiment of the Jewish souls, now he becomes an embodiment of all of souls. So he passes that on to Yaakov, to Jacob, our forefather, and he becomes that embodiment of the Jewish souls. That's one explanation that I've heard to understand how that works. And that's it. Any questions? Anybody have a question? Over here. Alan from LA. Shanabina, good morning from Virginia. Beth Ann from Pittsburgh, Boker Tov. Kim from Missouri, greetings and blessings. Neely from Connecticut, shalom. Imar, Cindy Boker Tov from Florida. Enchki from Indonesia, shalom. Cargo from the Philippines. Twilda, I'm sure I got that wrong. Irene, Stephanie from Bloomington, Illinois. How does so Alice is asking, how does Noah fit in? I would imagine that he becomes then the embodiment. I think he is the embodiment of all souls after Adam, but I'm not certain I have that's the case, but I'm pretty certain. Thank you. Nakir from Belgium, shalom, or Mike, okay. Eric from Detroit. So Linda's asking, where did the sparks of non-Jewish souls get passed to? So I think from Adam to Noah. I'm not 100% certain, but that's what, if I recall correctly, that's the progression. Jewish souls is, again, from Adam. It kind of skips. It's a spiritual thing, remember. It's not a physical thing. It's not like, who begat who when, you have the genes of your parents, so, you are similar to your parents. So, no, that's not at all what this is. This is simply a spiritual thing. So therefore, it started with Adam, and then it continues with Yaakov, with Jacob. I'm not certain if Abraham, his grandfather, fits into this. I'm not certain. So it is the Jewish soul that had to bring Torah into this lowest world then and now. Yes, exactly. All right, folks. Short class. Powerful ideas, though, what a Rebbe is. So, with this now we can understand how a Rebbe relates to us, because there's a piece of us in him as a spark of Jewish souls. and therefore it's a intrinsic connection, which is very powerful. Linda's asking, is that why converts have a Jewish soul? They have a Jewish soul because they have a Jewish soul. That their awareness in connection to got lost. And therefore it's a spark of a soul, but not a flame of a soul. The conversion process makes it into a flame. That's why conversion has to be done properly according to Jewish law, in order that it should become a flame and not merely a spark. Yeah. Yeah, Imar, exactly correct. Souls. Okay. All right, folks. Sharing is caring, so please share with others. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from my home in Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. Have a wonderful day.